Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Daybreak 2. We are still at the race circuit because there are still more people to talk to and quite a bunch at that. So let's finish off the area and then go on to the next one. So the final race has been delayed to a later date. My dream of a miraculous Red Star victory lives on. I beg to differ, Agnès is going to clinch it for Inger this time around. As if Maxim could ever lose. EWS has this in the bag, guaranteed. You again? Was our ill-fated encounter in Tharbad not enough? I could say the same, Dahar. You only wish I'd chase you tail like a smitten little pup. Exactly what did you come here for today, anyhow? Or do I even need to ask? I have a sinking feeling that our purposes are identical, save for your relations with Veles. Well, would you look at that? Both of us were thinking of investing in the same market. What a kick in the head. Indeed, especially since I presumed you would be fixated solely on Veles's local commerce. As it currently stands, however, I wouldn't bet an eye if we came face to face in a business setting. Just like the old times, huh? Could be worse, I suppose. But make no mistake, I've got every intention of using you as a stepping stone when the chips are down. Oh, that won't be enough to daunt me. If it is a challenge you want, it's a challenge you'll receive. The frequency with which we keep chancing upon one another has risen to a ludicrous degree. As a nobleman of Elsheim, I won't suffer this cat's blatant disrespect for our Grand Prince. But perhaps this would be an opportunity way to take our feud in a more constructive direction. Well, does he truly believe I'm foolish enough to invest in nothing more than Veles's trade in mines? What an insult. But oh well, locking horns in the same field after this time should be entertaining enough. Unless your kids decide to get together and make it all into one big company. You're friends of Maxim Lugan, correct? The speedway is closed today, but in this case we can make an exception. Feel free to head in whenever you like. We already did, but thank you for the offer. Race car drivers are so cool. They put their lives on the line every second they're on the track. I can't wait to be one. Then I get to feel the rush of an all-out deathmatch too. Oh, yesterday was a grim reminder how dangerous the Zenith one can be. It didn't seem to frighten my grandson much, but I'm getting second thoughts about supporting his dream of becoming a racer. I highly recommend going the Ferris wheel after dark. Seeing Edith's nightscapes fall out beneath you. It's just beautiful. It's odd though, that same scenery feels a lot more depressing when I'm riding alone on the clock. Yeah, cause anything is better with a friend or a loved one. Very sly of you, Mund, getting our fathers to accidentally run into another like this. And now we get to have a moment together too. Well, Alsam provided funding for the Z1, so it only makes sense that Valise would take note of it as well. And that's just one of many business ventures I can see our fathers having a shared interest in. It isn't hard to imagine what we can lead them into with a few shoves in the right direction. I knew I was right to put my faith in you, Mund. That's sad. Who would have guessed our fathers were friendly rivals when they were younger? Well, it came to a shock to me too, but the important thing is that we can use it to our advantage. Harkening back to the mutual zeal they stoked in the past should make them a little more flexible. It's all uphill from here though. Our fathers will only come around if both sides stand to gain. Oh, I'm sure it'll happen eventually as long as we work together. We just have to keep at it. Just one step at a time. I'm right here with you. Then maybe someday we get to be with each other for real. For now, we'll get to have to steer our fathers toward having a chance of heart. Maybe then I can lay the groundwork for me and Kalaya to be together someday. I never imagined we could have so much sway over our family affairs. Still, as much as I also want to do something about our father's squabbling, Moon seems particularly invested in it. Perhaps there's a hidden motivation for that. Oh, yes, there is. And if he keeps it up, at some point you will learn what that motivation is. I'm sure. Alright, that's it for the circuit. We did Riverside. We have another place in Old Town. Let's go to Old Town just for the scene. Just to have some progression in there. And I kinda wanna do Trion Mall after that, just to have it off the list. Right.
Got a question for you.
You know, they made me write one of those how-to books a few years ago. Boy, was that a pain in the rear. You wrote a book? That's amazing! He used to be an investor after all. They once called him the finance guru. I'm sure a lot of people sought out this advice. Yeah, he's more than just some old man who likes baths and mahjong. It might be helpful to hear what he has to say. Well, I did have to disagree. I'm just your friendly neighborhood elder, don't you know? Should we step out for a second? No, you're fine. Don't worry about it. You know, I think I'd actually like to hear Miss Matilda's input as well. Oh, well, I hope you're not expecting too much. There's really only so much I can say. Well, here's what I have. Even if you're confident in your abilities, there's only so much you should push yourself. Once you start overexerting yourself, nothing you produce will live up to your expectations. There is simply no need to force yourself to constantly improve. Just have to keep moving at your own pace. I see. Then, while you're moving at your own pace, you can use trial and error to find ways to better yourself. Honestly, I thought you'd say something more complex. Well, I'm just some fuzzy old man to you, aren't I? Well, anyway, old folks are prone to saying that things have to be a certain way. But as the generations come and go, it's natural that the world will change along with them. Well, it's you young folks like you that are out there experiencing the world after all. You know what's really happening. If we all respect our own thoughts and feelings, everything should go swimmingly. Well, that's why I always want you all to live your life to the fullest. Listen to your heart and we'll have a better world in no time. I support that all I have to say on the matter. That was really nice, Huck. Talk about a far cry from your usual shenanigans. You be sure to live a long life too. That way, you can keep an eye on any of us young'uns that lose their way. No. I fully plan on going senile and living the rest of my days with a lovely young nurse. And my impression of you is right back in the toilet. Well, at least he's honest with himself. Can't say anything about that. Alright, this Old Town.
Heading to the objective.
Let's do a quick round of Trion. That way, any region after that we still need to do, we'll have a guaranteed event when we're there.
Welcome to the Trion Mall. Here you'll find Trion Tower, one of Edith's major landmarks.
I was trying to figure out how to occupy myself during our on-tour free time. That's when I noticed the Live Live stage performance they've got going on today. I can feel it soothing my soul from all the way over here. Maybe I'll take a peek up close. Well, you could. It's there. A show for everybody. Alright, I better start preparing for tomorrow. We have a lot of new products in stock, so I need to update our website. Oh, I nearly forgot. One of our long-time customers finally went out on a date today. I'll have to ask Jimmy how it went next time I see him. Yeah, I want to know about it too. Oh, about the new personal styling service I thought of the other day. Making it a reality necessitates an involvement in cosmetics and other industries, none of which we have to know how for. And building up that expertise from square one would take a massive investment of both money and time. In which case I should revise my proposal draft to center around forming partnerships with existing companies. Just wait until headquarters hears about this. I'm about to revolutionize the industry a second time.
Anything of interest?
Oh, thank God, it's just a present and not more armor with better stats that it can change once again. Excellent leather choker for Quattro.
I hope you found everything to your liking.
Well, we'll see when we give it to him, and I'm sure it will be fine.
And enjoy the film.
I always get the munchies whenever I come for these late night showings. My stomach likes to wait until the movie goes dead silent before it starts rumbling though. Maybe I'll grab a light snack or something for a dinner show before showtime. Yeah, that's the thing. If you go to the movies a lot, you tend to learn not to want snacks every single time, because it gets a bit much then. So a drink? Fine, but snacks not every time. Usually around this time of night, we get a lot of customers that feel like they need to see a movie on a whim. Although some of them do seem to be film connoisseurs as well. I guess they like the idea of watching movies in a quiet, half-empty theater. Not that I can blame them, it really amps up the atmosphere. I got some time to kill today, nothing stops me from catching 2 movies this time.
Step right up.
And welcome to Stardust Cinema. Thank you for choosing us today. What's playing right now?
Why not buy a souvenir to remember your visit?
Hold off for now? The thing is, because we have time for 2 movies, he says, so we definitely want to watch 2 movies, that's beyond the shadow of a doubt. But
Thank you for your
what
visit
if
today.
the 2 movies at
Is
Tyrell
showing on screen too?
are 2 movies we haven't seen yet? Then we can get 2 pamphlets that way. So I want to wait until we see what movies are going there.
Enjoy the film.
I assume it will be the ones we already seen, or one new one, so we should be fine watching here, but I just want to make sure, so I'm going to keep it in the pocket.
Store, a
Even
movie
with the
theater,
risk of
boutiques, and
having
other
to
various
watch 2
shops to
movies
peruse.
in an episode. Well, that sure was a lot of fun. By the way, you're looking pretty good today, Jimmy. Well, I was kind of surprised. Wait, really? Talk about a confidence boost. Wait, so would you maybe want to go out again sometime? Of course!
Please check it out.
Man, I've got to tell Najib. Okay, well, why don't we call the night here then? Alright, I'll see you tomorrow, Jimmy. Well, first steps in a new relationship, why not? Michi's holding an event over at the department store on Station Street right now. It started early in the morning though, so they're probably wrapping it up at this point. I want to go so badly too. Why couldn't they have done it on one of my days off? Okay, I guess we'll see it if we get there.
Theater, boutiques, and other various shops.
Well, now it's not super busy here today. We've been planning to hold an event to introduce the constellations in preparation for summer. In all the Republic, Trion Tower is the one place that's the closest to the sky. The event's sure to make a wonderful experience. The materials aren't quite ready yet, but I can't help being excited for it. Honestly, it's even had me looking at the stars more often. Hey Nina, you here all by yourself? Oh, hello everyone. Yeah, I am. You already know it's considering we live in the same building, but my apartment's actually pretty close to Trion Tower. That's why I came out here to take breaks sometimes. It makes for a nice change of scenery. Plus, there are some things you don't notice when you're on everyone else's level, such as the city lights below us. Every single one is a testimony to someone else's existence. Just look at how many people there are. The city truly is wonderful, don't you think? And yet, it's steeped in so much sin. Nina? Oh, that was awfully strange. Hey, is everything okay? You're sounding pretty sentimental tonight. Oh, I'm sure she's just stuck in a method acting mode. It can be kind of hard to leave your character when you're deep. Right, Nina? Yes, I apologize. I hadn't meant to worry you. Oh, but never mind me. I was so scared for you all after seeing the news this morning. Well, at least everyone seems to have made it out alright. I'm so relieved. Please, try and be more cautious in the future. Sorry. Didn't think you'd be so worried for us. I wouldn't contact you earlier, but we never really got a chance. So yeah, sorry. But anyway, I'm glad to see you're working so hard. Just make sure not to push yourself, okay? Of course. Thank you for your concern, Judith. Considering it ended in me getting to see you all, I'd say tonight's trip to the observation deck was well worth it. Everyone, I know you're very brave and resourceful, but promise you'll take care of yourselves, okay? Yeah, we promise, alright? You're such a reward sometimes. Yeah, and I've said it many times I can. There is something going on with Nina. She is not who she seems to be. Who she actually is? I guess time will tell. I don't know if by the time that we are at Horizon we figure it out, but my theory is he's either a high-ranking officer, maybe from Ouroboros, just checking things out here, keeping an eye on everything, or she might be the goddess, like an Earth, like a low-bound representation of her. I don't know why, but I had that thought ever since the first time I saw her, just by the way she looks and other things we've seen, but we'll see. It's probably gonna be somewhere in between the two. Gonna be interesting to find out. I wouldn't even be surprised if it's just nothing, that it's just all misinformation of all the scenes we've seen with her, all the weird coincidences, that it's just us finding it weird and actually not meaning anything. But it's gonna be fun finding out. I've been saying that all along. Well, some kid dropped this juice in front of our stall earlier. He went over to the binoculars, so I figured I'd give him another one. But these hides are killer, man. Alright, come now. You can do this, Dennis. Giving a free one if someone accidentally drops it? That's good PR. Phew, sorry to keep you waiting, Julieta. I totally lost track of time when I was shopping. Oh, it's fine. I'm used to it at this point. Besides, I like spending time on the observation deck. Where you're thinking up some more stories for your picture books? Yep, today was all about a country girl who had a fatal encounter with a handsome prince in a big city. Oh, how very romantic. You'll have to tell me all about it when you get home. Sure thing, yay. For some reason, my imagination runs especially wild when I'm here at the observation deck. Mom and my friends at Sunday school really like it when I tell them all the stories I've come up with. That's probably why I like making picture books so much. Oh, she's definitely gonna be famous later on with all the stories. My daughter is so creative. I'm not sure where she gets it from, but you sure won't find me complaining. She has a rare gift, and I want to help her try and develop it as much as I can. Oh dear, it's getting awfully late, isn't it? We need to get home so I can make dinner. My little girl must be starving. I'm gonna whip up something extra nice just for her. Why not? Spoil her as much as you can, while you still can. Right. Yeah, just checking if we still can go there. I'm guessing it's only for specific scenes, when we actually need to be there story-wise.
Welcome to the Trion Mall. Welcome.
Alright, anything up there? There are people, but I don't see any indicator that it's people we can talk to. I want to stop by the Vern store to ask about additional T-phone plans today. They have all sorts to choose from, whether it's based on how much calling you do, how often you use the Orbinet, and what features you use the most. When I bought my own, the clerk suggested I get the basic plan just to try things out. But T-phone is an essential part of my life already. I need a plan that better suits me. Yeah, I want to look out for one as well for my own. My phone is great, I really like the low cost it has, but I would love if I had unlimited internet access. And it's at the point that it should not have to cost that much anymore. Or at least a package big enough that you can never use it up during the entire month. So, that's the famous Lashkar, is it? Kanan mentioned him a few times. Honestly, looking at them like this, I could almost mistake them for siblings. It's nice to see they're so comfortable with one another. The thing those two are carrying on their shoulders though, it is hard to imagine. Well, as a manager, I'll do everything I can to make things easier for them. Good on you, sir. So, you finished making the rounds apologizing to everyone? Mm-hmm. Though I think you're the one I should be saying sorry to the most, kinda. We live together, but I never even bothered to ask you for help. Oh, it's alright, Lashkar. I get how you feel, loud and clear. Now, pick yourself up and turn the gloomy mood around. If Annie were here, she'd tease you rotten about it. Yeah, you're probably right, kinda. I've gotta start looking forward. Not just for her, but for Kent and the others too. Kenna's right. Annie would probably crack a joke about who I am and what I did with the real Oscar. I've gotta start looking forward, not just for her, but for Kent and all the other Grail villagers too. What's the best way to honor them, I suppose? Well, Oscar seems to have finally calmed down a bit. Now we just have to keep pushing forward, for Annie and everyone else. Well, a lot of places are selling T-phone accessories now. Apparently all kinds of industries want in on the market. I suppose it's only because everyone's so confident about the T-phone's future. As an employee of the Vern Company, I couldn't be more pleased. Hey, because if the business grows bigger, you mean you have a job for much, much longer. That's not a bad deal. In exchange for teaching my mom how to use the Orbital Net, she lets me play games on the T-phone. Honestly, it's way more interesting than I thought it would be. I hope I can have my own someday. Honestly, it's kind of embarrassing that my son knows the T-phone better than I do. He's been able to teach me all sort of things though. Like how to access different recipe sites, how to call my friends. Oh, and today, I even was able to save some mirror by shopping on a store I found on the net. Yeah, well, hello. Looks like you two are stuck in the store shopping. I'll see you later. Well, it's a surprise to hear from you. In a good way, of course. I couldn't be more thrilled. There's no telling yet how much of a difference I can make as a Republican statesman. But I hope I can still count on your support, in spite of all the burdens I've placed on you. It's alright, Father. I'm not upset about that, and neither is Mother. If anything, you're the one who showed me how to protect what matters most. Whatever you do from here on, I'll be right there behind you. Thank you, sweetheart. Just you saying that is enough to keep me going. I'll be rooting for you as well as you make your debut in Crossbell's political scene. I appreciate that. Naturally, there's still plenty of rungs left before I finish climbing this ladder. But when I do, I'll be as a broad-minded, free-thinking politician you can be proud of. Right, just know you'll go far, Ellie. Give Diana and her father my regards too, won't you? I really am glad you called, by the way. It was just what I needed after stepping out of today's debate. I love you, sweetheart. You're a better daughter than I deserve. Well, today's the day. I'm going to walk through those doors and buy every last limited edition spring tart in stock. I know precisely what you're thinking. Buying all the sweets is pure self-indulgence, not to mention selfish. But I don't care. My whole life has been leading to this very moment, so please don't try to stop me. Well, who said I would? And I thought Ben was a sweet fanatic. That he is. Most definitely. Oh, Lula and her partner are putting on a special performance tonight over at the concert hall. I have an engagement with my social dance group, however, so I'm not sure I'll be able to attend. I figured the least I can do is buy some sweet treats to make up for it. That brings me to my next problem. I know what Lulua likes best, but Selma has a different story. I'm sure the thought matters most. Hey, it won't be long before spring arrives. This year we plan to get into the spirit by offering a bevy of limited time sweets exclusive to the season. What's more, the confection our store proposes was so well received that headquarters is working to add it to our line of merchandise. Imagining how the final products will look on the shelves has me giddy with anticipation.
Hello there!
Hello there. So many things we can make.
Thank you.
A movie theater?
Actually, burgers. We really should start cooking them up and see if we can get some of the prime stuff that's needed for it.
We hope you'll have a
Oh, I did a
fabulous
great
time
deal of shopping at the department store in the mall. I'm rather tired from all this walking around, but there's nothing a sweet delicious cake from Quincy Parlor can fix. I know it's nearly time for dinner, but I'm making my policy to eat sweets whenever I feel the need. Hey, if you can take it, go for it. It's no surprise that President Gremart still came out on top in the end. But in my view, Senator Ryan still made an adequate showing, enough to serve as a stepping stone towards the next election at least. What are your thoughts?
A movie theater?
Oh, I'd have to agree. He provided some very practical view on international cooperation. I definitely bears consideration, especially as Calvard's influence continues to expand beyond its borders. Perhaps this will serve as a call to action for the public to consider the course of our nation. Well, I feel very much the same. And while he may not speak for the Republic Party as a whole, the way he cut straight to the heart of the matter was something to behold. This will likely lead to increased support for the Senator Ryan stance among our younger and mid-career colleagues. And that in turn could give him a window to break away from the more fringe elements of the party. We at the Tyrell Times will certainly have to keep a close eye on him. Well, speaking of Senator Ryan, he's been away for quite a while now. Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. A call came in from a relative of his while he were away, so he's about to take it. Most likely going on longer than expected. The two were estranged for some time, as I understand it. I see. It must be the cross-balance side of the family. I do wonder if that Ellie he was talking to is the Ellie we know and love. Could be though.
And even acerbic tomatoes. Please check it out.
Understood. I'll go ahead and get those documents revised. Right. Goodbye. Damn it. I'm supposed to be off the clock yet. Here they are, selling me with overtime. Whatever. I was planning to spend my evenings analyzing the nightly stock prices movement anyway. May as well breeze through this work while I'm at it.
Alrighty.
Alright, let's see if the camel wallets are still on sale. Many businesses settle their yearly accounts to the end of March. A great deal of people will try and buy up stock before then to rake in dividends and shareholders' incentives. So from a shareholder's perspective, now might be the ideal time to sell stocks in companies that offer those type of benefits.
How can I help you? Please come again.
Still camel wallets all around. So, I'll keep waiting forever. No matter how long it takes, I'll keep searching for you. Thank you, Dreamall, you're a wonderful audience. Oh, that's just the singer-songwriter. He's drawing in a bigger crowd than usual. Yeah, word on the streets that he found his big break after moving to Crossbell. It's nice seeing a former old-timer make a name for himself. I'll have to keep an eye on his career.
Alrighty.
Well, then he did just the thing that was right for him.
Welcome to the Trion Mall. Here you'll find Trion Tower, one of Edith's
I will be writing a letter to the mayor later today. I have to report the latest happenings in this country. Opening this boutique was her idea, and given our modest success, I think we've proven there's a demand for Liberalian goods here. We may consider opening another store in the Republic, or perhaps we'll set up a consignment shop. I'm quite pleased with this little venture of ours. Being able to share a few pieces of Liberal with the rest of the world has made me very happy.
I'm quite proud of what we have to offer.
You should. Agnès, Menoria flower. Ah, Menoria.
We'll be looking forward to your next visit.
Yeah, we can see the link there. Oh yeah, tonight we celebrate. The ad concept I submitted this morning made it past the revision phase, and about time too. For whatever reason, I had it in my head that modern design were all about pizzazz, but that wasn't the only piece of the puzzle. The reparation bubble sent every industry into full throttle. So for several years, the marketplace was absolutely flooded with information. As a result, high-impact advertisements that were packed with promotional text were extra effective. Once I understood the context behind that trend, the trick to making a sleek, stylish design finally hit me. Am I a genius or what? My confidence is back and I'm here to stay.
Alrighty.
Good on you, definitely. Alright, while we're here, let's see. That's not what I was looking for. It's these ones that I want to give. A lighter for Kincaid. A typical lighter with the ETWS logo.
I'll gladly take that off your hands.
Perfect. Excellent little choker for Quattro.
Thanks.
And a charm de Minoria.
I'll treasure it. Welcome to the Trion Mall. Here you'll find Trion.
Alright, and with that, Trion Tower is done. And what we've left are Station Street, Tyrell District, and Sidon District. With Sidon last on the list. So I guess we're going to Station Street. If this keeps up, we could go very far into the Sidon District by
Let's
the
be
next
on our
episode, but we'll see.
I wonder if business will be better this year.
Oh, I wonder if they'll let me go on any business trips with this promotion. I mean, a salary increase is nice and all, but what I really want is to do more traveling. I wonder if it's too late to decline. Well, unless you signed something, I'm sure you're allowed to decline. No problem on Station Street today. I'll do my best to protect the peace tomorrow too. Honestly, the Bracer Guild's probably the biggest deterrent for crime around here. It's likely more effective than our patrols. Makes it pretty easy to supervise the area though. Anyway, people like Jacobin are definitely not the norm around here. Nope, but they will always be there, if not in the background. So you want to talk about the school festival? Then tell me, what can a worse student council president in Aramis history do for you? Isn't the ever-talented Miss Bright supposed to be in charge this year? Why aren't you asking her? Well, Ren's definitely talented, but she can be everywhere at once, you know. Plus, we don't really think you're the worst student council president in Aramis history either. I understand if you're still feeling hurt about what Ren did in the past, but she only had that opportunity because she was an exchange student. And anyway, you were the reason last year's festival was so successful. You put in so much work into it all. So, you came here to make me cry, is that it? If not, I suggest you stop there. Any more and the waterworks are bound to start. I'm assuming you meant to ask me about the last year's sponsors. Well, yeah, got it in one. There's some other companies we'd like to ask for support, but... yeah, she really does believe she's the worst council president. It's good that other people say that she definitely is not. Really? Your mom sounds so nice, Mina. Yep, mommy always makes sure I'm happy. Anyway, what's your mommy like? See, my mom. And can you believe I knew the answers today? Hey, you're starting Sunday school for real next month, right? I think we're gonna be learning some new stuff soon. Yep, mommy told me the same thing. Whoa, it's like your mom knows everything, Mina. I can believe it. Did Mina actually make a friend at Sunday school? I think this might be the first friend she's ever had. Is that why she's been okay with going to school all by herself lately? My little mummy girl all grown up. Oh, but I'll be so lonely without her. Well, all that matters is that she's happy, and hopefully this means she'll be ready to go to Sunday school full time next month. Oh no, just the thought is making me sad. Is it Mina that has separation anxiety or me? Oh, definitely you, Carissa, and it's fine. Her making friends is a great stage to be at. Because even if it fails, making that friend teaches you so much. Carla's been a bit paranoid about Ilan leaving lately. He was worried about him becoming too focused on his new venture, but I guess there's really no need for concern. What a relief. Yoda's only at his best when they work together after all. I guess I was just jumping to conclusions, huh? I had a talk with Ilan recently about that mobile payment service of his. Not only was he not planning on leaving Yoda, but he's apparently already finished with the more taxing part of the project. So now he can relax and focus on being a barista. At least that's what he told me. I should have known. I mean, that's just the kind of guy Ilan is. One who never throws in the towel. Ilan never changes, huh? He might start projects on a bit of a whim, but you can always be sure he'll follow it to the end. I guess he really is a genius. As long as we can continue working together, I have no reason to complain.
Well...
No. As long as you're happy, it makes for a much easier workday, doesn't it? Well, Carlos said he wants me to rethink my new venture. You see, he's worried that I might start neglecting Yoda if I go any further. That I'd leave my barista work once I get too involved. Well, to tell the truth, I've already made headway on creating a foundation for the project. And I'm still here, aren't I? Now, I'll have plenty of time to focus on Yoda. Maybe I should actually take time to assuage Carlos' worries? Maybe, that would be a good owner thing to do.
What can I get for you?
Ooh, more recipes. So many.
Got a question for you.
A lot of reasoning for the things I do is based on instinct. I suppose that makes it a bit difficult for me to explain. I guess one thing I really try to do is examine everything closely, especially the things I have an interest in. Yoda was actually born from a combination of my interests. Well, if I remember, you were studying at the Basel Institute of Science when you decided to start a venture business, right? Yes, that's correct. And from there I used the money I earned to open a store. It was my dream to start a brand new type of business, an herbal cafe. It's quite risky to do something that has never been done before. Were you not concerned? You see, I was well aware that it was a rather daring move, but that didn't mean I couldn't do it. Why, nobody would try anything new if they were too afraid of the risks. To go from 0 to 1, you have to be willing to act. I see. Acting defensively often leads to stagnation. Yes, and that is it at the moment that you'll want to create something new altogether. That's where the fun part comes in. It's a real great time trying to brainstorm all sorts of new ideas. Well, this seemed like a pretty relevant advice. People who can challenge themselves every once in a while will eventually find success. Well, I think that's about all I can say about that. Hey, no problem. You gave us a lot to think about. Well, the mixed 3 spots we've checked so far. We could head back to Shino now, but we should probably ask around some more if we have the time to spare. Definitely. At best, it will give us more points at the end, or at least a better answer for her to work with. Well, I can't help getting excited whenever I come up with new ideas. Telling myself it makes me feel alive. I never had any intention of leaving Yoda. How could I quit now after all the memories we've made? Plus, it makes for a perfect work environment. I planned on starting the project by setting it up base foundation from the very beginning. It would just make those pesky banks negotiations easier. I'm surprised he misunderstood actually. I'll have to talk to him about it later. Taking him fully with it in the process. Today was splendid, Olivia. Who knew the capital could be so interesting? See? I told you it's nice to experience new things. Yes, you were right. Perhaps I should consider moving to Edith as well. I'm not sure it would be a blessing or a curse. Either way, you two really are alike. I suppose I was right to trust my wife. All those things missing from Eurasian high society, she managed to find them here. Yes, our life in the capital should go swimmingly. I wonder. It should be fine for me to enjoy myself as well, right? Now I can enjoy myself to the fullest. I'm so glad my husband understands. He may look rather stern at times, but he's actually quite simple to please. Of course my experience as his wife has given me a leg up on the matter. Well, at least that conflict is out of the way now. Professor Hamilton's presentation was truly remarkable. She offered such a succinct analysis of so many dynamic viewpoints. It was simply phenomenal. Interestingly enough, the topic she spoke of may actually help me write my paper as well. I mean, to submit it to this year's essay writing competition. The theme is social sustainability. Having Professor Hamilton's insights along with my own knowledge of urban engineering, this paper might actually end up defining my academic career. Alright, the report for the seminar is complete. Now I get to start on my own work. Thankfully, my T-phone should allow me to lighten up my workload for the next year. Maybe now I'll have enough time to start entering the competition annually. Hey, why not? You can at least make an effort. Trying it again? So, all the listening devices in your room should be gone now. Hopefully you won't have any more trouble with the stalkers in the future. Alright, thank you. You know, I'm really sorry about today. Can't imagine I'm someone you want to be talking to right now. I should just take my leave. Stay safe. Wait, back when we were dating, something felt off, but I never actually had any proof. And I didn't really feel like I could depend on you, so I just never said anything. I see. But you were the one that called my stalker, right? Your passion for your job might have led to your blowing me off on dates a few times, but I respect the fact that you're so dedicated. What I'm trying to say is, thank you. Of course. Kind of feels like we shouldn't butt in. Yeah, let's leave them be for now. Seriously, if anyone else is bothering you, just let me know. It's a policeman's duty to help, you know? Thanks. You're doing good work, Nate. I guess it makes sense that you're so busy all the time. Oh, who knows? Maybe in the future they will still get back together again, because now she actually understands why he's so busy all the time. Makes it easier to understand. It might not bridge the gap totally, but at least it will breed a level of understanding, which is important. Oh? Isn't this? The paperwork detailing the legacy should be finished by now. We'll have to keep an eye out for any Almata related fallout. Also, I have written a brief report on information I found about the True Grievance Brigade. Please, take a look when you can. This is a lot of work, Luca. And you did it all so quickly too. Good job. I guess you really were the right choice for handling oration. Oh, come on, grandfather. I'm sure you know plenty of people more skilled than I am. Well, even if I did, I'm still glad I left it to you. I doubt anyone else could have handled the death game so well. Keep it up, Luca. Understood. And grandfather, please try not to overdo it here in the capital. Ah, she's a receptionist from the guild's oration brands. I wonder why she came to eat it. Yes, she's Hazel's granddaughter as well. She's phenomenal at her job. The only reason there aren't many more problems in oration is because all of her hard work. So much that happened in oration last year. I'm glad things aren't that crazy anymore. Hey Elaine, I see you brought the crew of fixers along too. Thanks again for your help in oration. I still can't help feeling regretful over the loss of Ewan though. But the others at our branch are making sure to carry on his legacy. I suppose I should too, as my party making recompense for his death. Anyway, I'm not entirely sure what your circumstances are at the moment, but if there's anything I can do to help, please let me know. Actually, we kind of have a thorny situation on our hands. Yes, and with aid from Oration Branch, it's possible we could acquire information that would otherwise be unavailable to us. We'll be counting on you, Luca. Of course, I'm not sure we'll be of much help, but I'll cooperate to the best of my abilities. Luca, huh? Reminds me of Messeldam. Talk about an unpleasant surprise. I imagine the fact that Ix chose to go by that name as well was just a coincidence. I'll try to help as much as I can. Be sure to take care of yourself in the meantime, and try not to get into too much trouble before hearing back from us, alright? Hey, heard you guys got in some trouble today. And now you've got Elaine, Ren, and even the Divine Blade of Silver backing you up, huh? Well, the Garden Master, we should probably start planning on how to deal with him soon as Din makes it back. Hey, making a plan with the Bracer Guild? Don't think that is that bad of an idea. That is why I would like to do another tour of the guild branches. Sounds like you have your mind made up then. So great, Arnold. What is it you strive for? Well, that's the question they asked when I first joined. I strive to become stronger. Strong enough to defeat all the injustices I see around me. I want to have the strength to protect. And I strive to be a real bracer, just like my sister. Alright, once you succeed, I'll be here waiting for you. Thank you very much, lad. Hey, I heard about what happened to you guys. That must have been pretty rough, huh? The others made it sound like the scene was really bad. I'm glad there weren't any casualties though. Not that I want to talk, but make sure you're careful going forward, alright?
Alrighty.
They finally lifted some of the restrictions I've been under. I've got permission to do a tour of some of the guild branches too. I need to show my seniors that all the effort they put into training me hasn't gone to waste. I will show them the results. Well, just between you and me, I saw Gray's sister pretty often back when I was training in Le Mans. She was the best bracer out of all of us. I still have a lot of respect for her, but if he wants to follow in her footsteps, he'll have to work hard for it. Anyway, today was kind of a lot to deal with, don't you think? And after I just got back from a business trip too. The guild needs to come up with a plan on what to do tomorrow though, so don't feel like it's all on your shoulders, alright? Got it. Yes, we'll be preparing a counter-offensive. They must have an opening somewhere. Right, we'll be counting on you guys. But still, actually, maybe now's not the best time anyway. There was something I needed to talk to Zin about, but it looked like he already left. Well, I guess that's fine. I'll just have to tell him when he gets back. Yep, and I assume that what's gonna happen tomorrow is gonna be big and chaotic indeed. Cannot be anything else but that, can it? And I think with that, I think I want to leave it here. And the other store we'll leave for next time. And of course the bridge itself. And we heard that Mishi is gonna be at the other department store, so that's gonna be fun to see too. And of course after we finish Station Street, we're gonna go to Tyrell, check out the cinema. And depending on the movies we see there, we can decide to watching the two at their cinema, or watch one there and watch the other at 3 and 1. We'll see how it goes. The more pamphlets we can get, the better. But for now, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time. So until then, bye bye.